Beautiful. So as you lie down onto your mat, just take a moment to feel your body arrive. You might have a little movement of the legs moving from right to left, a very gentle wiper. You might want to draw the legs into the chest and just give them a hug. Maybe hands are on the shins or on the back of the thighs, just feeling the lower back just melt into the floor. So, really nice release of back body. Take a few breaths to arrive here in the nose, out the mouth. Breathing in the nose, out the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale through nose, maybe even a sigh. Ah. Ah. As your body starts to just release any energy that needs to dissipate from body before you settle. You might feel that your legs want to lengthen and you might just want to be flat on the mat. So that's an option. Other option is to take your bolster and allow it, if you want to keep the legs extended, to support the back of the knees and the upper thighs. So be in an extension. Okay, arms are out to the side, palms up. And just let your arms move away from your body at least 1 to 2 feet. If we bring our arms too close to body and we try to keep them on our mat, it creates a lot of tension and holding in the shoulders. If having the knees bent feels better, you're more than welcome to bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. You can flip your bolster up on its side. I am offering a visual of that. Ah. If it feels better, you can also place the hands on the belly. As you start to settle and let your awareness just drift to your exhalation. As you exhale, see if the breath, when it's ready, can shift in and out of the nose. Feel the abdomen deflate, releasing back into body, rib cage gathering, chest softening. As you inhale, you'll feel the belly expand and see if you can allow the sides of the rib cage to widen and maybe a spreading across the collarbones. Each time you exhale, allow the belly to deflate, the ribs to gently gather in, sink back into the mat, and the chest soften, shoulders relax. You might find that your eyes have instinctively closed or they feel like they want to stay open and just soften a little bit. So you allow your nervous system to choose what feels right for you in this moment. Going to come in and just bring in that breath to start that we did last week, the physiological side that helps to balance both parts of our nervous system. So balancing, bringing in oxygen and also releasing any excess carbon dioxide from our body. In that sense, balancing our sympathetic and our parasympathetic nervous system. So to review that, it is 2 inhales through your nose, pausing softly. We're adding the pause today, and then pursing the lips and blowing the breath out through the pursed lips to allow the exhalation to extend. So let's try that a couple more times. Inhale, 2 sips. Do a little pause. Then purse the lips, blow it out. Beautiful. Let's do that another 3 to 5 more times. Just feeling your own rhythm. Seeing if at the top of the inhale, before you exhale, you can do a little pause. There you go. And then exhale. So just retaining that inhalation for a moment to enliven all the cells of body and mind. And then slowly purse the lips and exhale. Just let that breath end whenever it feels right. Some of you may continue for a while, and your body and your nervous system is needing that balance. And some of you may feel that it just automatically releases when you're ready. So, really good breath when we're feeling a little imbalance. So, maybe we're feeling a little bit more stress. We've got a little bit more load within us. Or we're feeling a little off in some way and we maybe can't put some words into it. It's a really good breath to create balance and equanimity. We added today the pause at the top of the 2 inhalations. And that pause just allows everything just to pause for a beat before you exhale. So it just slows us down, allows us to savor the present moment. And after that pranayama, just simply be and let your breath go back to in and out of the nose, which is the breath we're going to use for a lot of the class. At times, the exhalation cleansing out the mouth, or you might find that physiological sigh coming in. Feel the weight of your body as you exhale descending into the mat. Notice if one hip needs just a little bit more encouragement to release. An adjustment of feet, maybe to help facilitate that by walking the feet out away from the pelvis or widening the feet. Feel the touch of your shoulder blades, the right one, the left one. Equal heaviness. Just inquiring for symmetry today. Release the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Let that release just ripple down through your arms, into your elbows, your wrist, and your hands. Check in with your face, the eyes. Can you soften them in any way? Each of our eyes have 6 muscles, so you might notice that sometimes these muscles are engaging a lot, reaching outward, grasping at image, stimulation. So you can just invite a little intention just to soften the muscles around the eyes. Relax the jaw. Separate the teeth, the lips, just a little. And take 2 to 3 to 4 more breaths here. Feel your whole body. Feel your whole body. Feel your whole body. And slowly just start to wiggle fingers and toes. And We're going to go into our tension and release. So if your legs are already extended, then you are already there. But if you have a bolster, you can just pop it down. You can leave it there. If it's tilted on its side, like it was for me, then you could just keep it under the legs. And then you're going to reach down through the legs, up in the arms. They might go overhead or in a Y or a T. And I just want you to contract as you inhale. Just feel your whole body contract. Just create a little bit of tension. And then when you're ready, after the pause, you're going to exhale and let your body go. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale, create a little contraction through the whole body. And then let it go. You're going to do two more just at your rhythm. Create that little contraction and release. And then just see if one more wants to come in. Good. So you're going to start to bend your knees and you're going to remove your bolster just out of the way for a moment, just off to the side. Draw the legs up into the chest, give them a hug. Rock a little bit from right to left. Just let your hands either be on the shins or the back of the thigh. Just feel a little rocking through back. And then we're going to do a little movement just to warm up the shoulders and the hips. So you can keep hands on shins. You can also hold the back of the thighs. Just tuck your hands behind the back of the knees. And you're going to exhale and you're going to bring your thighs towards the chest. And then as you inhale, you're going to separate the legs. Let the legs sweep away from you as they circle. And then as the legs come back together, you're going to exhale, draw them towards you, belly deflates. Separate the legs, inhale, circle them out and away. As the legs come back together, you're going to exhale, draw the legs towards you as the belly deflates. So inhale, legs circle out and around, belly expands. Exhale, legs circle towards you, belly deflates. Good. You're just warming up the muscles and the fascia and the fluid in the body. So I want you to feel your thigh bone. At the very end of your thigh bone, you have a ball. That's your hip. It's called it folds into the acetabulum, which is what I wanted to say. And you're going to feel that relationship as you're moving of the ball of your hip in the glove of your hip socket. So just try to let there be a little bit of softening there as you just let that relationship come in. You'll notice you're getting a little bit smoother. And then you're going to switch. You're going to go the opposite direction so that as your legs are together away from the body, you're going to pause. Then when you exhale, you're going to separate the legs, bring the legs towards the chest. Exhale. Then as the legs are together, you're going to inhale, move them away. Then you're going to separate. Exhale towards you. So every time the legs come towards the body, you're exhaling to receive the legs as the belly deflates. And the inhale up and around. And see if you can feel that relationship of the ball in the socket, the head of the femur, the acetabulum. Good. And you'll feel when it feels complete for you. So just take your time, pause when it does. Then you're just going to release the legs. You're going to shake your arms and your legs in the air. And do a few ankle and wrist circles just to feel a little release through the wrists and the ankles. Go both directions. Shake it out one more time. We're going to come into a little twist now. So depending on what feels good, some of you, when we're going to lie onto our left side. So just make sure you can see me. And then you might take your bolster and just pop it underneath your head. And so when you're on left side, if you don't have a bolster, you can also have a block. You can put your arm around. I kind of like the bolster because I don't have to use my arm to support my head. See if you can have your bottom arm extended Okay, stack your legs on top of one another. So the knees are in alignment. There you go. Good. Then you're going to extend your top arm, which is your right arm, on top of your left. You're going to allow the palms of your hands to line up. They don't have to be perfect. And just feel them touching. There you go. Perfect. So they're extended straight out in front of you. There it is. Yeah. Good. So now when you inhale, you're going to exhale. Really want you to feel your belly draw back. Okay, then you're going to inhale and you're going to start to draw your top hand, the right hand, across your arm, across your chest. As you exhale into your twist, okay, then you're going to inhale, let your arm come up and back. Okay, and then you're going to feel your exhale opening up, drawing across the chest. Okay, just opening up the chest and the shoulder blades as you inhale across. Exhale, letting the hands sweep across the torso. Okay, so we're just going to find your flow. You let your rhythm be coordinated through your body and mind. So you might even feel a part of it, whereas I'm in the twist and my body goes, oh, that feels quite nice. So I might just hover here for a few breaths. So you just decide. Yeah, just drawing across, going into the twist. I'm just going to do a couple more times. Just feeling this flow really become your own as you finish up your last 1 to 2. Good. Then once you're complete, you're going to roll onto your back and then you're going to turn over and do your other side. So I'm going to flip all the way over, but you don't have to. Okay, so right side of the body is lying down. Legs come up, knees are stacked, arms are extended out in line with the floor. Okay, just take a moment to exhale. Okay, when you're ready, inhale, lengthen up. And then as you exhale, feel your flow as you draw across the arm. Let the exhalation, the belly draw back gently towards the spine as you support yourself in the twist. And then the inhalation brings you back. You can start the caress down through the arm as you continue through the inhale and just let the exhalation come in. Just notice each time you let the belly draw back towards the spine on the exhale, you feel a little support your body for this twist. Notice how this arm, shoulder, chest feels when you move into the twist. You might even feel that rolling open. You just let whatever needs to come for you. You pause. Good. Just feeling a few more rounds. Good. And then once it feels complete, you can just come back, take a moment to be there. And we're going to remove the bolster and we're just going to lie on our back for a moment. And we're going to go into just a little bit of an awareness for the core. And so you might find some of you have that inflated ball, some of you it's purple or blue. You can put that in between the thighs. You can also use the 4-inch block if you want. And some of you I know don't like to use anything, so you choose. Okay, and you're gonna feel as you exhale, you're gonna squeeze the ball of the block. You're gonna bring the legs up. So you're gonna try to bring your thighs up towards the body. Feet stay hip width apart. Okay, and you're exhaling, drawing the belly back. Some of you can feel a little up. Just gonna let your arms be out to the side, palms down. Okay, we're going to go into a little deeper axle rotation as we exhale to each side with the legs, squeezing the ball or the block. Head may follow the legs. Okay, pushing through the heels. Inhale, point through the toes as you come into center, head and legs. Exhale over to the other side. Squeeze the ball, the block. Good. Inhale to center, point the toes. Exhale, squeeze the ball, the block. Go over to the other side. I'm just going to go back and forth. Inhale, point the toes. Exhale, flex through the feet as you come over to the side. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Good. Couple more. The closer you keep your thighs towards the body, the deeper work and more work you'll be bringing in to the transverse abdominis. Good. One or two more rounds. Good. And as you come back into center, just grab hold of the ball of the block, remove it, shake it out. We're going to roll over onto our belly now. Yeah, you got it. And you might want to turn around depending on, because a lot of you, when you roll over, you're going to be facing the back of the studio. So chicken, do I want to flip around just to see that I can face a little bit more into the studio? Arms are going to be at the top of the mat. So forearms come up. You're going to stack the hands on the floor. Let your forehead rest on the back of your hand. You're going to tuck the toes under. Press the pads of the toes into the floor. Let your legs come off the floor. Reach back and out through your heels. And find a little bit of energy reaching out through the top of your head forward. I'm just going to pause here. Feel a little release through back line. And as you release, you're going to soften that pressing of the toes, relax the legs back down onto the floor, untuck your toes so the top of the feet come onto the mat. You're going to release one arm beside you, palm up, the other arm beside body, palm up, chin or forehead on the floor. Now we're going to do our little bit of back strengthening just to open the chest. We're releasing a little bit of the shoulder blades today and strengthening back to find a little bit of opening here. So as you exhale, you want to press your pelvis into the floor to rise up. So that's pubic bone, lower belly, belly button, top of the thighs, hip bones. And then you start to float up through torso. Head just follows. There's a little lengthening forward. Gaze down and just see if you can breathe here and just hold this for a few breaths. Good, you got it. Now slowly lower down, nice and slow, control it. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, press the pelvis into the floor, the top of the thighs. See if when you lift and lengthen through torso, head just follows. Maybe the legs come up with the torso. And some of you may even feel the arms float up, back of the hands and arms reaching up and back. Hold this. Slowly release down. Good. We're going to do one more time. Inhale, exhale, pressing down into the floor. So you press down, try to keep your sit bones a little bit wider. So you float up. Good. Yeah, you got it. Slowly releasing back down. Good. Bring the forearms back up towards the top of the mat. Switch your hands. So whatever hand was on the floor before, switch it around. Stack the other one on top, forehead on top, lifting shins and the feet up off the floor. Let the legs wiper from side to side. Let your pelvis float off the floor if it wants as you float from side to side. Mm. Good. Couple more rounds here. Just releasing. And we're going to go into a flow that we do here in class to open the upper body. It's also a little bit of strengthening at the same time. So you're going to release legs to the floor. You're going to extend the arms now so that they're shoulder width or a little bit wider in front of you. And then a very soft bend of the elbow just to relax the shoulders. It gazes down. So just see if you can listen to the cues. And if you need to look up, look up. Okay, so exhale, become heavy. Now you're going to slide your hands back towards the top of the mat, just a little bit, so about a foot or so. Elbows are going to come out to the side, palms of the hands pressing into the floor. Okay, so I've just got mine. It's depending where you're set up on your mat. Mine tend to be on the mat, but it depends where you are on your mat. You're going to exhale, same thing what we just did, pressing pelvis, thighs into the floor. As you start to rise up, then I want you to root your hands into the floor. Let your elbows draw in, the forearms, the elbows, the upper arm are going to be off the floor. Shoulders draw down, widen through your collarbones. Yeah, there you go. You can have a little soft bend, pushing the floor away. And just feeling seal pose. Keep pressing the pelvis into the floor, maybe through pubic bone. And then you're going to slowly descend down, relax the hands. Good. Now you can do that exact same thing again, or you can decide, well, maybe I want to go a little bit farther up, a little bit more release through shoulder blades. So you can bring the hands a little bit more farther, closer to your head. Maybe a foot or so inward from where you were. Okay, pressing down through pelvis, top of the thighs, belly button, coming up, pressing the hands into the floor. Then you're going to gather the elbows again. This time, depending on where they are, you're going to go back into seal, or you're going to drop the elbows under the shoulders. Yeah, there we are. We're in Sphinx now. Some of you have gone back into seal, and then you're rooting down through elbows, feeling just the head and the neck align with the shoulders. So try not to look too far forward. Maybe it's just softly forward in front of your mat. Breathe. Widen your collarbones. Feel your shoulder blades, maybe even gently squeeze together. Keep pressing the pelvis into the floor. Good. Remember, if at any time you need to come out, you come out. Yeah. Question. In the front body? I engage a little bit. I'm always engaging a tiny bit. Yeah. Yeah. So then you're going to release. Good. Okay, shake it out. We're going to release in hands and knees. So you're going to bring your hands underneath your arms now, a little bit closer. So your thumbs are kind of just below your shoulders. Gather the elbows, press down into the floor. Come up halfway, sink your pelvis back. You're going to feel a little release back into child's pose. As far back as you want. Okay, then we're going to rise up onto our hands and knees or elbows and knees, depending on what you need. We're going to go right into our spinal wave. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Remember, if wrists don't feel good, you go down onto your elbows. We're going to start with the exhalation just to move into the nervous system. So as the sit bones release down, back rounds up through lower back, rib cage, upper back, neck, head, exhalation. Inhale, sit bones, pelvis lift up. There's a little arc through your lower back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Very soft gaze forward. Exhale, start from the pelvis as you let it ripple up the spine. Exhalation. Head is the last to flow. Inhale, pelvis lifts. Lower back arches, middle back. Head gently lifts, flowing back and forth. Just bringing some fluidity back into the spine, nourishing not only the vertebra, but the disc in between the vertebra. Good. Just feel that another one or two more rounds. Now see, do you want to circle a little bit? And so that might be in thinking of the spine. So it's a little bit more internal. And you think of the spine drawing a circle around the body. Remember, if you need to drop down to elbows, do so. Other option is you can inhale the whole body towards hands, exhale, sink hips back and draw a nice oval around the body. You do which one resonates with you the most today. Go both directions. So when one direction has become a little bit more fluid, you go the other way. Nice. When you want, you pause in child's pose for a moment. Hips can be back. You can leave hips up high. Just notice that the knees don't feel any strain. If the arms want to shift position, just let them. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to slowly roll over onto our hips and just come forward. So you're just going to sit up for a moment. So as you sit up, you might have the legs extended and feel, okay, I feel okay without having any support, maybe just lifting the flesh up, feeling nice and tall, and you can cross the legs. Some of you might want to sit up on something just to add a little bit of height. Okay, so we're going to go into a little bit of lateral stretch here. Arms are going to go out to the side and really feel heavy through the back of the fingers as the palms are facing up. Okay, so root down through pelvis, lift up through the top of the head. So nice elongated spine. Okay, then you're going to reach one arm up. I'm starting with right, but you can always start with left. And then you're going to exhale over. And as you exhale over, this hand that's on the floor is going to go palm down. It's going to slide away. Beautiful. Now, feel this whole line. So whatever arm is up in the air, just pause here for a couple breaths. Root that side of the hip, the sit bone down as you reach through that arm, the fingers, reach out through the top of your head. And we're gonna feel the arm come up, inhale, the other arm's gonna come up. We're gonna go right into the other side. You got it. Exhale, take a moment to just be here for a couple breaths. Root down whatever arm is up in the air, that side of your pelvis, the sit bones. Just releasing the side of the waist here. And then you're going to flow. So you're going to just feel the windmill of the arms. Inhale, exhale over. You decide, do I want to hang on this side and breathe? Do I feel that I want to transition? So you let your body guide you. Yeah, so you've extended the legs. Remember, you can also have one leg extended, one leg in. Yes, nice. As you come back up, take a moment to notice if you're still in a cross-legged, how your legs are crossed, extend them, shake them out for a moment. And if you had just one leg in, one leg out, you're going to go back to the other side, or you're going to go back into a cross-legged the other way. There you go. Okay, so now we're going to bring hands behind head. Very soft interlace of a weave. So try not to go really tight. Open the interlace, put it behind the head. Lean the hands and the head into each other. So hands lean into head leans back into hands. Good. Let the inner elbows come in a little bit. And then I want you to open the elbows. Inhale, do a little arc through the spine. And then as you exhale, gather the elbows towards the skull. Let the spine round. Good. Now we're going to inhale. Open the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you inhale. And then as you exhale, gather in, separating the shoulder blades. So a couple more. Inhale, open. Keep the relationship of the hand and the head. Exhale, shoulder blades widen. Inhale, shoulder blades squeeze together. See that your right shoulder blade can squeeze just as much as your left. You might even hold it here for a breath or two to identify that. And then you're going to allow the shoulder blades to come apart. We're just doing some heart opening, some shoulder blade, invigorating. Two more. And exhale. Good. Let the arms release. Let your hands slide behind you, palms up. Now you can straighten your legs. You can have your legs cross-legged or straight, whatever you want. And I just want you to exhale. Allow pelvis to come forward. Just hang here for a moment. Just let the back of the arms release here. Let your head turn from left to right. If you haven't, as you come up, if you haven't extended your legs, extend them. And most of us have. And you're going to grab ankles now, or shins, or some of you can grab feet, depending on your flexibility. You decide. But I want you to hold and I want you to tug back with your hands. So as if you're going to pull back on the legs or the feet. And then I want you to just let your shoulder blades open and push your back behind you. Let your pelvis root into the floor. So you're either here or here. There you go. So there's a little opposition. So you're pulling as if you're going to pull your arms or pulling you forward, but then your back is pressing back. One more breath. And you're going to release that, shake it on out. Yeah, we're going to transition up into standing now. So you're going to come up. Let's go up into downward dog. So we're going to bring the hands a little bit farther forward, right in front of the shoulders. Tuck the toes under, relax your head. Because whenever we relax our head first, it just lets the nervous system go in a little bit of a calming state before we invert. So you're going to inhale into the hands, exhale back into the feet, press hands and feet in the air, come into an inverted V position. Knees can be bent, push the floor away. Widen the shoulder blades, widen the collarbones. And you can walk it out here. Move with your breath. Feel the back line of the calves moving up into the back of the legs, keeping the shoulder blades broad. So we've done quite a bit of work to free the torso. This is where our sympathetic nervous system is housed through the torso. We also have the place of resilience and equilibrium in the upper part of the chest, which is what we started with. Now we're going to walk the feet towards the hands. When you get to a place that you are good, walk the hands back to the feet, bend the knees a little bit, hang in your forward fold. Arms can dangle. You can hold right hand to left elbow, left hand to right. Try to even the weight through your feet. Good. Let your head go. Some of us are holding our head, so you might check in, little nod of yes or no. Sometimes I'll create a little visual Imagining seeing all this lovely fruit that's growing on the trees that's just hanging off the tree branch. Let your head hang off your spine. If you are holding your elbows, release that. Let the knees bend a little bit. Try to see if you can keep your belly around your thighs and then lift the torso up just into a chair for just a couple breaths. Ah, press down through feet. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, release down. Here, we're going to do a few shoulder rolls right away. So we're going to inhale, draw the shoulders up. We're going to roll them back. We're going to exhale out the mouth. Thrust through the feet. Inhale, draw the shoulders up. Feel a little squeeze. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, coming up and squeezing. And exhale. Ah, two more. Ah. Hmm. Now we're going to switch and go the opposite direction. Inhale, up and forward. Squeeze, let it go. Ah, yeah. Feel any tension or holding in the upper back, shoulders, just letting it release if it wants. Good. Then when you're ready, you're just going to inhale, squeeze, create a tension. Now you're going to do the pause at the top of the inhale. And then as you exhale, just let the shoulders drop. Exhale. Let's do that again. Press down through your feet. Inhale, pause, and release when you're ready. Good. Now let's bring the two inhales through the nose. Pause, release out mouth. Good. We're going to do a pursed lip now. We're going to inhale two through the nose. Purse the lips, slowly deflate the shoulders. Let's do that one more time. Two inhales, shoulders rise up. Pause. And then a pursed lip to slowly deflate the shoulders. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Take it out. I'm going to go grab my ball because it's wandered away from me. So you're going to grab whatever you're going to use for your foot rolling. So some of you have a ball, some of you grabbed a wooden dowel. Good. So you're going to feel as you press down through one foot, doesn't matter which foot you start on, you're going to let that other heel lift. So whatever foot that you want to start in your foot rolling is the heel is lifted. You're pressing down. You're lifting up through the top of your head and then slowly allowing that leg to come up with keeping that exhalation of drawing both sides of your body together. And some of us know we can even touch the top of the head. Okay, so it's your highest point. So as you start at your circle, you can come forward and feel that little peak. It's about an inch to an inch and a half. Okay, and you're lifting up and down. And then you're going to roll. So try to keep that inner lift as you roll your foot on the ball. Uh-huh. You can keep your hand there. You can release the arms. You choose. Then you're going to press down through the feet at any time you get signaled to. Other option here is to roll from toes to heel, toes to heel. And then watch at any time. Do you lean over? Do you jut the hip out? See if you can stay gathered in to center. Good. Feel if there's anywhere on the feet that you want to explore. The transverse arch, which is that upper arch that goes underneath the metatarsals, you can roll from big toe to pinky toe. If you have the dowel, you can stand on the dowel for that one. You can also take a little bit of work in the inner arch. And so I'm also doing what's called a little bit of shearing, of dragging the foot across, or pinning and doing what we would call a little bit of a twist. Seeing where the foot has a little bit of sensitivity. Maybe the heel. Ah, good. We're working the plantar fascia on the sole of the foot. And so you just take your time to feel when one foot is complete, and then you're just going to come and stand and take a little notice. How do both feet feel? Does the foot that I just rolled feel a little bit different from the foot that I haven't? And then you're going to exhale. So your standing leg is now going to become the foot that you just rolled. The other heel is going to lift. You can lean down, lengthen up, and then see if that leg wants to come up. Use your hand on the top of the head if you want. Yeah, feel that up, down, gather in. And then you're going to roll from heel to toes. And then let your foot guide you. Where does it want you to release? You might come back to that transverse arch. Might just allow the ball or the dowel to push up on the underside of the foot and just let the toes hang over and just wait there. Let's see if you want to do a little pin and twist. I'm just going to feel as we finish up this one side. And you're just going to let your ball just go off to the side. Take a moment to take note what's shifted through body. Do you need to hydrate? How are you feeling? Okay, we're going to do in a moment a little warrior flow. So we're going to find the short end of our mat. So our feet are going to be hip width apart. Okay, we're going to start with left foot at the top of the mat, right foot, heel's going to lift. So exactly what we just did. You're going to let the pelvis just come forward a little bit, torso will follow, and then see if you can lift that leg, tilt a little bit more forward, and step the right foot back. Now, check if you need to have a widening of the feet a little bit more. So you can walk back foot out towards the outer edge, the front foot. Your back foot has a little internal rotation, little 45. So both of your hip bones are shining straight ahead. Yes, there you are. And then your front knee bends. We're in warrior one. So you're going to keep on this continuing of bringing the arms up, opening chest. Good. Let the elbows relax. Palms face one another. Bless you. Lifting up and out of the pelvis to keep the spine long. Feel your breath. We're just going to hold static, holding here. Feel all of the toes, both feet. Good. Yeah, there you go. That looks better, Lucy. Okay, we're going to bring the arms down. We're going to hold the waist now. You're going to start to push off your back foot, which is your right. As you come onto the toes, you're going to feel left foot taking that weight. When you're ready, as the pelvis tilts forward, the torso comes, and then that back leg is going to come up. The toes should stay pointing down to the floor. You're going to press energy out this heel. Some of you may even fly the arms forward. I'm noticing Buddha here, kind of going around our little statue. So breathe here. Good, you've got it. And then step right foot to left, come back. Shake it out. Good, good, good. Now let's do other side. So we're going to keep right foot forward, bend the knees, left heel lifts. You're going to lift left heel, tilt pelvis forward. The leg extends back. Then you step back 3 to 3.5 feet. Walk the right foot out if you need to. Back foot angled in. Yeah, hips are facing forward. So you want to bring the hips around. Think of your hip bones in the front as headlights. And they need to shine straight ahead. There we are. Good. Arms come up. Feel the weight pressing down and reaching up through your arms. Little bend of the elbows just to soften the shoulders. Palms face one another. Intentionally bring your awareness to your breath. Feel the strength, the openness that this warrior provides. We're getting a really nice release on left thigh and opening through chest, lifting up and in of the lower belly. Breath is with us the whole time. We're going to bring arms down. We're going to hold the waist. Same thing. Start to press off back foot. So the heel of the left foot starts to lift. You start to shift forward. And then just feel when you're ready as you press into that right leg, that left leg. For some of you will come off, some of you will stay on the ground. Root back through your left heel. Toes of the left foot point towards the floor. Arms can come forward if you choose. Most important, breathe. And then release. Shake it out. Got it. Mhm. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of hip circling. Arms can be by side, hands can be on the hip. We're going to circle the hips in one direction. So you choose. Just bring a little bit of fluidity. And then we're going to go the other way. Okay. And just feel the body. We're going to do a little flow to release back again, to strengthen legs, to open the body. And some of you, it's a 3-pose flow. So you might need a block. And you're going to widen your feet anywhere from 3 to 4.5 feet. And you can have the block on its side, and it's in the center of your feet, about 1/2 foot in front of your toes. Good. You're going to angle your toes out now. Good. We're all set up. There you are. Perfect. And you can face me if you want, but if not, you've got Michelle there who you can look at in the corner there. Yeah, just take a look at Michelle. Because I was like, Okay, I could feel like a little bit of like, oh no, we don't want that. But you've got a really good visual there in the corner for you. Okay. Okay, so exhale. Feel your feet one more time. Exhale. Good. Now you're going to start to bend your knees. And as you bend your knees, I want you to really notice, are my knees projecting outward in an angle towards the second and third toe? Good. Now really sit the pelvis down in between your feet. Yeah, good. Okay, now bring the arms up. We're going to go into cactus arm. Elbows heavy here. Okay, feel all your toes. Feel your inner heel. Notice is one foot rooting more than the other? Now, as you inhale, press the feet down to the floor. Reach the arms up. Extend into five-pointed star. Spread your fingers. As you exhale, descend down into goddess. Your squat. Cactus arms. Good. When you're ready, you go with your flow. Inhale, straighten up through the body. Spread the fingers. Maybe gaze comes up. Exhale, descend. Find your rhythm. This is your flow. I haven't done this one in a couple weeks, so just wanted to bring it back in so that you could have it on the recording. Now, as you come back into goddess this time, I want you to pause there. Then I just want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So just draw your elbows back a little bit. Good. Just feel your toes. Okay, just preparing for our next one. Then we're going to reach up, just open up, go back into five-pointed star, standing up nice and tall, spreading the fingers. And then just lowering your arms down. Legs are going to stay extended. And you're going to bring your heels outward. Okay, so when you look down at your outer edge of your foot, that's your pinky side, your lateral arch. It's kind of lined up with the short end of your mat. Good. Now check to make sure your stance feels comfortable. We're going to inhale, arms out to the side. Good. You're going to exhale. You're going to lead forward with the pelvis coming down into a flat back first. You reach your arms out, your fingers to the sides of the room. Exhale, gather your rib cage in, maybe an SH breath. Good. Now you're going to let your right hand descend down to the block. It's going to touch it. Your left arm is just going to come and hang beside the block. Still in a nice flat back here. Keep your toes rooted. Your tendency is going to be to come on the heels. You know, as you inhale, you're going to exhale, belly draws back. You're going to start to twist to the left. You're going to open the body up. The left arm may come up in the air, or you can put the back of your hand on your lower back. Pause here. Breathe. Then the left arm is going to come down. You're going to switch positions. It's going to go onto the block. You're going to exhale, twist. Belly draws back. Torso, slowly spiraling the twist from pelvis, lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, head. You find your rhythm. Some of you may go and feel, oh, I don't know if I need the block. I can touch the floor. Okay, so you remove the block, hand can come on the floor. Other option, which provides a little bit of a different release for body, is you can let go of block and your right hand can come over to your left shin and hold it. Then you can exhale, belly draws back. The spiral of the twist moves from pelvis slowly up through body. I find when I hold my legs, I get a little bit of a different release across my rib cage. Let this rhythm be yours to explore with breath. Whenever you feel ready to pause, you're just going to find your wide angle pose and just descend in between the legs. Hands can be on the floor, they can be on the block. Depending on your flexibility, you might even find the block and have your forearms on the block. If you need to come up early, do so. We're just going to be here for another 3 more breaths. There you go. Good, Johnny. When you're ready, you're going to generously bend the knees. Feel your feet. Bring your hands up onto the block if you need it. Heel toe your feet together. Bend the knees, rise up. Hands can support on the thighs. If you want, reach the arms up. Good, release, shake it out. Okay, so we're going to move the block just off our mat. Our last standing pose, it's more of a breath. We haven't done this one in a while. And it is the breath of joy. Okay, so we've been working with the 2 inhales. We're going to add an inhale onto it now. Okay, so let's find the arms first so that we can feel the arms because there's a lot of different things going on here. So feet are hip width apart. It's a comfortable, stable stance for yourself. Now, as we go through this, we prepare, we're increasing prana. So as we do that, if you go, I'm starting to feel lightheaded, then you stop. Okay, then just sit down. Okay, better to go close to the floor right away. Just sit. Okay, I'll be watching to make sure. Okay, because that's where we're going next. Okay, so if you feel lightheaded, pause, bring your hands down, sit down on the floor. Okay, and just wait there for us. Okay, so we're going to bring arms. They're going to come up into our push puta mudra. So pinky side of the hands are going to come right at heart center. That is our first inhale. You don't have to do the inhales now. Okay. And you're going to open up your arms. That is our second inhale. Then you're going to bring your arms back together and reach them up. That is your third. And then as you exhale out mouth, you're going to bend the knees and release. So let's just try the hands again. Inhale, push puta. Open, inhale. Bring the arms back together and up. And exhale, fold forward. Good. So just stand up for a moment. Now you're going to try 3 sips of inhale. Let it out the mouth. Yeah. Here, let's try that again. Out the mouth. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, we ready? Okay. So we're going to bring arms. So let's take an inhale. Open your arms out to the side. Inhale again. Back and up. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, heart. Inhale, open. Inhale, back to heart and up. Exhale, forward. Okay, we're just doing breath of joy, Nina. Inhale, out. Inhale, back and up. Exhale. Inhale, heart. Inhale, open. Inhale, back and up. You got it. Exhale. 2 more rounds if you can. Okay, pause there, pause there. Just hang. Let your forearms just rest on your thighs. Let your knees be bent a little bit, just so you can feel your leg muscles engage. Okay, it just helps to stabilize the blood pressure if you engage your legs. It's running everything back up venously towards the heart. We're just taking a middle ground. Just let everything stabilize. Then slowly put your right hand on your right thigh, left hand on left thigh, press down into your feet. Slowly unfold and stand up. Hey, a little bit more energy today. We've been increasing, right? You okay? Yeah. I'm going to watch you for a second because I feel a lot of prana circulating through you right now. Okay. You need to sit down. We are going to go right into the floor now. Some of you might just want to sit down. If you feel okay, you can go in a flow down. Okay, so hands are going to go at heart center, finding the top short end of your mat. Feel your feet. Take a moment to be here. Let a breath pursing out the lips. Again, in nose, pursing out the lips. One more time. Pursing out the lips, release the arms down. Good. Press into the feet. Slowly float arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. We're not going to hover here for too long. We're just going to put our hands on the mat. We're going to step back, right foot, left foot. Nice big downward dog. Those of you that do not want to hang in downward dog at any sort of length of time, you're just going to drop down to your knees and come into child's pose. So all the way to the floor. They find earth. Helps to stabilize. Those of you in downward dog, you can walk it out. Descending onto your mat. When you're ready, you're wrapped. Once you've paused in child's pose for around 5 or 6 breaths, if you just got there, stay there for a little bit longer. But some of you have been there for a little bit longer. We are going to sit up and just bring our hips to one side. And we're going to lie down. So we're just going to finish off the class, getting back down onto the floor. Drawing one leg, the other leg up into the chest. Good. Hands on shins, back of the thighs. Just rock for a little bit from side to side. Circle the legs in one direction. Just feel how this releases the back into the floor. You're circling, switch directions when you're ready. Our pose to release hips is going to be our baby pose. So we're going to separate the legs a little bit wider, maybe 3 to 4 feet. Shins and feet come up in the air, and you can hold just the back of the legs, pressing down on the back of the legs, leaning up into the thighs, into the hands, or you can hold ankles. Some of you are a little bit more flexible and can grab hold of feet, maybe big toe or pinky side of the foot. And you're pulling down gently on the legs as you press the feet and the legs upward. It will release the lower back into the floor. You can just hold it here. You can rock a little bit from left to right. Feel breath. Little play here is you can take right heel towards the buttocks, extend left leg, and then extend right leg, bring left heel towards the buttocks. You can rock as you do this, right heel towards buttocks, left leg extends. You're not holding legs, you're just supporting the leg off to the side. Elbow can be on the floor. I'm demonstrating what this looks like. Just take another few rounds, go into baby pose to complete. You can ask body as you finish this if it needs anything else to end your practice as you descend onto the floor. Just let your body, maybe it's a little wipering. Maybe something else is coming in. And then you're going to find a place to rest in for integration whenever that arises for you. So you're going to invite the bolster back in if you want to extend the legs, maybe supporting the knees and the thighs. You might have the knees bent. Maybe you bring a bolster behind the legs there. Take your time to descend. There's no rush. Yeah, some of you are adding a little layer. I'm going to be in a seated position for this ending part. If you feel that coming up and sitting is where you want to end, feel free. Now, wherever you've taken to be, you're going to just exhale out the mouth. Mm. Do that a couple more times. See a little sigh. Maybe the breath evolving into a pursed lip breath, slowly blowing the breath out, just to find a more of a regulatory relaxation response. Remember that pursed lip breath, when we feel heightened, brings our nervous system back into regulation. So if we feel too much energy, that pursed lip breath is the one that we want to bring in. Anytime we extend the exhalation longer than the inhalation. We did do practice today to open heart, to open chest, to bring in a little bit more energy into body and mind, but also balance it with grounding and focusing at times on exhalation and our foot rolling. As you feel your body and mind integrate the practice, there's no need to do anything. This is a natural process that will occur. We just need to step out of the way to allow space for ourselves to do this. And this is coming into this present moment, just letting our mind be right here with weight of body, with flow of breath, with this moment right here. Hearing any sounds. Interesting that that just came. I was just gonna say outside of the studio, which we did. Okay, so that was good. So notice that sound, right? And so there's an allowance that we can give for external movement and sound around us. And as we give that allowance, we can then slowly bring the senses inward to feel and maybe even hear the sound of our own breath. So it's this pratyahara in Sanskrit. It's called, we can open the senses to be aware of our environment, to ground us in the present moment. But then we can also have the capacity to withdraw the senses to notice our inside space. So you have the capacity to expand yourself outward, but also draw yourself inward. The piece that I'm going to share with you today, that I'll share when you'll receive the recording and the poem, is called You Have a Soft Heart. And the author's Esther T. You have a soft heart and a pure soul. That's why you feel everything so deeply. Be clear on one thing. This is your superpower, not your weakness. The world needs more of you, so don't suppress who you are. It's not your job to heal every person you meet, but it's your job to make sure your kind nature remains intact throughout your journey. Stay close to those who genuinely appreciate you and stay far away from those whose only goal is to take advantage of your energy. You are one of the rare gems the universe has blessed with heightened clairvoyance and divinity. Keep shining your light wherever you go. Keep shining your light wherever you go. So you feel yourself here presently. You're just going to take another couple minutes and let some silence float in, being presently aware. As you're here, noticing your awareness, it is a witness consciousness. So, witnessing your body resting on your mat in whatever shape you chose, witness your breath flowing in and out of body. Witness your skin, the feeling of the air gently touching your skin as you wiggle fingers, toes, inviting in any lengthening, stretching movements, yawns, whatever you need to come back into physical form. Take time to do whatever you need. Remove any props that aren't needed anymore before you transition and find a place to sit to end. You sit however you want, whether the legs are straight or one knee bent or butterfly pose. Arms are going to be by your side, palms face forward. Let's exhale out the mouth. Inhale, reaching your arms up just to the height of the shoulders. And then as you exhale, wrap your arms around and just give yourself a hug. Take a moment to receive this hug. Sometimes we forget to offer ourselves acts of compassion. And notice what arm is on top as you inhale. Maybe the arms even go back a little, only if the shoulders want to. And then as you exhale, wrap your other arm on top and receive a hug one more time. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, arms out to the side and up, palms touch. Exhale, come to heart, thumbs rest on the sternum, palms of the hands touch. Just feel this integration of the practice. Notice if the eyes were still closed, they slowly open. And just lift the head and the gaze up. Feel your whole body. Exhale. Feel your whole body. Exhale. Feel your whole body. Exhale. Let your eyes. Do a little thanks. You thank everyone for coming. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your time, your body, your presence, your energy.